Hello, class of 2024. I'm so excited that you have decided to apply and join the EBA for next year, your rising 10th grade year. We're so excited for you to join our family here at Kempsville High School. My name is Mrs. Thompson. I am the Academy school counselor. So I work with all of the Academy students throughout their 4 years here with the EBA. So I will be working with you for the next 3 years to make sure that you stay on track and you get everything done that you need and any other needs that you have. So let's go ahead and get started. This presentation is about course registration for the classes that you're going to register for next year. So everybody in the EBA, all the students are working towards an advanced studies diploma. This is a requirement that we have. So as you can see for the advanced studies diploma, all students have to have 4 years of English, math, science, and social studies. They have to have 3 years of a world language at a minimum. So that's 3 years of one world language, or they can do 2 years of 2 different world languages. So that would be like Spanish 1 and 2 and French 1 and 2. But I will say that colleges prefer students pick one world language and carry that throughout. You also have to have 2 years of health and PE. So hopefully all of you have either completed PE 9 or you're taking it this school year. And then you do have to take health and PE 10 next year or this summer. And PE 10 is where you have the driver's education classroom theory for you to work towards getting your permit and license. You also have to have a fine art or a CTE credit. So some of you may be taking a fine art or a CTE course this year. If not, no worries. Your EBA classes will cover that requirement. And then you also have to take economics and personal finance in 11th or 12th grade. So that is a graduation requirement. You will need to have virtual course, which is obtained directly through coursework, so it's not really anything extra that you have to do. You automatically get it through your classes. You do have to have CPR and AED training, which is given through PE 9. So if you took Health and PE 9 through Virginia Beach City Public Schools, then you should have received that CPR training. So in addition to those credits, you need 3 additional elective credits. So that's a total of 26 credits to earn the diploma. Students in the academy, you guys don't really have to worry about not meeting that requirement. The way all your classes are set up, most of our EBA students graduate with more than 26 credits. But that's my job to work with you and make sure that you're on track. This top box on the right is regarding verified SOL credits. So as you can see, you guys need 5 verified SOL credits, 2 English, which is the reading and writing you take in 11th grade, and then you need 1 math, 1 science, and 1 social studies. And this box here, these are all of the classes that SOLs are offered. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty of course selection. So you have a couple courses that are pre-chosen for you. So English is one of those. All of our 10th graders take EBA Honors English 10. And then, of course, like I already talked about, Health and PE 10. That is a requirement. You can take that course in the summer. We do allow that, and we do encourage it. So if you choose to take it in the summer, that's fine. You will give me an alternate elective to replace that course with in your schedule. All right, so one of the first classes you're going to be picking is social studies. So you have 3 different options for next year. We have EBA World Studies for Business 2, which is just like very similar to the normal World History 2 course. It's just specialized for EBA students. And then there's 2 AP course options that you have. AP classes are college level coursework classes. If you're interested in starting AP classes, if you didn't take AP Human Geography this year, That is a good class to have as an introductory AP course. We do look for students who are on an advanced reading level and typically get A's or high B's in their social studies and English classes. But this is a really good introductory AP class. If you took AP Human Geography this year and you did well in it, you might want to consider taking AP European History next year as a next step for an AP course. If you took AP Human Geography this year and you struggled, I would not recommend taking AP European History next year. It is one of the more difficult AP classes. So if you struggled in AP Human Geography, I would recommend taking EBA World Studies for Business 2. The next subject is science. So you may have been in earth science this year, or you already took earth science, and so you were in biology this year. The next step in progression after biology is chemistry. But you do have to make sure that with chemistry, you are also taking Algebra 2, or you've already completed Algebra 2 as a math course. Because Algebra 2 is a co-requisite or prerequisite requirement. So if you're not going to be in Algebra 2 next year or haven't completed it, then you will need to look at taking either oceanography or astronomy. Now with those courses, they're in the earth science discipline. So we do require that you've had earth science. So if you took earth science, then that's great. You can sign up for oceanography or astronomy. If you did not take earth science yet, then I would recommend you go back and you sign up for earth science and take that next year. And then you can sign up for chemistry in 11th grade. All right, so math. Math can be a little bit sticky, so I'm going to start from the beginning and work our way down. So the first math class for high school is Algebra 1. So you would have either done Algebra 1 series or Algebra 1 honors, the more advanced class. So if you were in Algebra 1 series, then you most likely went to geometry series. If you're in Algebra 1 honors, then you're going to go into geometry honors. If you're currently in geometry series, then I'm going to recommend that you go into Algebra 2. If you're in geometry honors right now and you're doing well, then you're going to go into Algebra 2 trig. Now, the difference between Algebra 2 and Algebra 2 trig, it's the same coursework. It's just Algebra 2 trig moves a little faster because they have to fit in the trigonometry components at the very end of the course, the last quarter of the class. So the Algebra 2 part just moves faster than the regular Algebra 2 class. If you're in Algebra 2 this year, then I would recommend you take trigonometry and probability and statistics next year. If you're in Algebra 2 trig right now this year, then you have a couple different options. You can move on to math analysis, which is pre-calculus. You can take prob stat and discrete math, or you can take computer programming, which is like coding. If you are working towards being able to take AP calculus or even our dual enrollment calculus classes, then you definitely need to take math analysis. That would be the next step because that's a prerequisite. The next class you need to choose is your world language if you're still taking a world language. If you have completed this requirement and you decide that you're done and you don't want to continue, then you would just skip over this. But we do offer Spanish, French, Latin, German, and Japanese. Keep in mind that some of the upper level classes are distance learning classes where the teacher may be teaching from another school and they're on the computer screen. They may not be live in the classroom with you. We find that typically, with the German and Japanese classes are not as popular, so we don't have as many sections. But just keep that in mind. So I do like to mention that there is a biliteracy seal that students can earn on their diploma when they graduate. The requirements for that is they do have to complete 4 years of a world language. They have to pass the reading and writing SOL, which they have to pass anyways for graduation. And then they also have to pass what's called an APPLE exam, and they take that during the 4th year of their level. And so if you pass all of this, then you can earn that biliteracy seal on your diploma. So I like to mention this because some of you may be in your third level this year and you're not sure whether you want to continue or stop. So if you're interested in that biliteracy seal, then you will need to take the fourth level next year. Otherwise, if you've done your 3 years and you're done, you don't want to continue, then you don't have to. You'll be able to pick another elective in that spot. Okay, so as a rising 10th grader in the EBA, you do have to choose your strand selection. Unfortunately, you don't have the luxury of taking our 9th grade EBA course where students learn about the different strands. But we have 3 strands in our academy, the Entrepreneurship and Innovation strand, the Corporate Finance strand, and the Business Information Technology strand. On the registration night website, there are some videos from the teachers that give you some information about these courses. But I have listed here the classes that you take in each strand. So in 10th grade, you guys have 2 strand electives that you take, 2 credits. So for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, or we like to call E&I for short, you would take EBA Incubator EDU and EBA Design for Entrepreneurs. This is where you will start a business with a small group of 3 or 4 students. So if you are of the entrepreneur mindset and you want to create a product or start a business, then this is going to be the strand for you. The next strand is corporate finance. So these are our students that like numbers, accounting. So you'll take EBA accounting, which is a full credit, and then you'll take 2 semester classes for half a credit each. And that's EBA corporate finance and EBA business law. And then our last strand is business information technology, or we like to call BIT for short. So in this strand, students will take computer information systems. If you already took computer information systems at your current school, then you are able to enroll in our EBA Advanced CIS course. So you can take that one instead. But if you haven't had computer information systems this year, then that will be your first strand elective. And then you get to choose your second one, and you have 3 options. So there's basic technical drawing, which is like a pre-engineering course. There's computer programming, which is like coding, and there's AP Computer Science A. Which is like working with the Java program. Computer programming and AP Computer Science are both also math credits. So you get to double dip in your math credits. You end up getting a math credit for those classes. So those are your options for the different strands. So if you have an open spot for another elective course, so if you plan, or if you're done with your world language, then you would have an extra spot in your schedule for an elective. So these are some different options that you have. Study block is always a good option for you to have time to study, get your work done, maybe meet with a teacher who has that time off as well. We have an EBA Business Research and Writing course that we're actually starting next year. And this class is going to provide students with the necessary tools to complete their research paper in their senior year internship course. We also have a couple public speaking classes that are really good classes. The teacher is amazing. There's basic public speaking, and then there's dual enrollment public speaking. So 10th graders do have the option of doing the dual enrollment class if you're eligible through TCC. And it's actually 2 different courses. It's dual enrollment public speaking the first semester, and then the second semester is dual enrollment intercultural communications. And these are really fun classes. Don't let the whole public speaking thing scare you. Mrs. Boo Boo Horopoulos, who's the teacher, she makes these classes really fun. You guys get to work on podcasts, and they do some really cool things in these classes. And then there's also some social sciences that we find a lot of 10th graders are interested in. AP Psychology is one of those, if you want to take an AP course. If not, we offer regular Psychology 1 and 2, and we also have Sociology 1 and 2. In addition to those, we also have some fine arts classes. So these would be students who are interested in band, orchestra, or chorus, or art. So we have band, orchestra, and chorus. We also have some art classes. The first class you'd have to take is Art Foundations. That's a basic art class. If you've already taken that this year, then you would be eligible to take painting and drawing or the ceramics class. We also offer guitar and piano. For the guitar class, you do have to have your own guitar though. And these are some really fun classes. Some career and technology classes, again, the basic technical drawing, which is a pre-engineering course. If you've already taken that this year, then you would be eligible to take architectural drawing or engineering drawing. There's also electronic systems 1 and 2, if you already took 1. We also have AVID here. So if you are in an AVID program at your current school, we do have AVID. If you're new to the AVID program, you would have to complete the application. And then we have some family and consumer science classes. So independent living would be the first course. This is like an advanced teen living where they do a little bit of cooking, sewing. They learn about money management, different life skills. And then we also have an EBA culinary entrepreneurship class. So this is like the intro to culinary class, except for it's just for EBA students. And you get to learn a little bit about the entrepreneurship business side to owning a restaurant. You get to work on your own restaurant concept. So that's a really fun class. And then, of course, the intro to culinary, which is the regular foods class. And then we have parent and child development and intro to childcare as well. And this is where a lot of students here, like you carry the robot baby around for the weekend. That's in these classes. So on the Google form, when you fill it out, I am going to ask that you give me an alternate elective. This will be where if you take PE 10 this summer, I will replace the PE with the alternate elective. And it also helps me out if for some reason the first elective you choose is not available, or I can't fit you in, or if for some reason we end up not offering that class. It just helps me to know what you want to replace it with. All right, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the associate's degree opportunity that we have within our academy here at Kempsville High School. If you are interested in learning about the associate's degree at TCC, we are doing a live event for our 9th and 10th grade EBA families on March 16th. That session will begin at 5:20. It is a virtual event, and I believe Ms. Timlin has the information on the website for registration night. But we do encourage you guys to attend that night if you are interested in learning about taking dual enrollment classes and the associate's degree through TCC. All right, so I just want to point you to the registration night website. All right, so this is the EBA registration night website, which is probably where you access this video, which will be right here. So I just want to direct you to this Google form. This is where you're going to select the courses that I just reviewed. So you're going to fill out this Google form and it's going to come to me. That way I can put your course selection in the computer and you'll have your classes picked for next year. A couple other places I want to direct you is if you scroll down, if you plan on taking any AP classes, I do need to have you complete this AP commitment letter. And there's a Google form for that. So you just click here and fill out that Google form. And this is basically acknowledging that you recognize you're taking an AP class. And it tells you what all of the stipulations are for that, like if you end up not doing well in it. We just have to make sure that you sign this form. So there's that. And then if you plan on taking any dual enrollment classes, like the dual enrollment public speaking, or if you plan on taking any of the dual enrollment summer options that we offer, we do need you to fill out the DE commitment form. And you can do that by this Google form link here. And then there was one more thing right here, EBA strand commitment. So because you're going into 10th grade, you are making the commitment to picking your strand right now. So we do need you to fill out the strand commitment form by following this Google form link. So I know it's a lot of Google forms, unfortunately, because we're in the virtual setting. We have to have everything virtual. So if you could fill out that Google form committing to your strand as well. And then, yeah, I think that was it. There's a lot of good information on this website. So make sure you just scroll through and visit the different videos that will eventually be here. Right now, this site is not live that you're seeing on my screen right now. All right, so the last thing I want to mention is for our private school families or families who may not live in Virginia Beach right now, but you're moving here and your child's going to be coming to the EBA. We do need you guys to complete the enrollment process in order to get your child enrolled in Virginia Beach City Public Schools. We'd like to request that you have this process completed by May 28th. And in order to complete that process, there's some different documentation that we need. So we do need you to pick up an enrollment packet in the school counseling office. We're open every day, 7 to 3:30, so you can stop in and grab the enrollment packet. Mrs. Hurlburt is our registrar, and she can give you the packet for you to fill out. We also need 2 proofs of residency. So we need a copy of your lease or mortgage statement and a copy of a gas, water, or electric bill. Unfortunately, we cannot accept other bills such as cable bills. It does have to be gas, water, or electric. We also need a copy of your child's birth certificate and their immunization record or shot record. And also, if you have it, a transcript from their current school. If you don't have a copy of that, that's okay. We will send a records request to the current school for them to send your child's records to us, including a transcript and their final grades from this school year. So we will do that in June, which is why we ask that you complete this process by the end of May, so that in June we can work on getting those records. So if you'd like to bring your documentation with you when you come to get the enrollment packet, you can fill out the enrollment packet here while you're here, so that way you don't have to make multiple trips. So that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, I would encourage you to attend our live event, which is on March 23rd at 6 o'clock. Ms. Timlin and I will be there to answer any questions that you have. So go ahead and write them down and be prepared to ask any questions you have. My email address is on the screen, victoria.thompson@vbschools.com. And my phone number you can reach me at is 648-5461. That does come directly to the counseling office. And I also encourage you guys to follow us on Twitter. My handle is Mrs. Thompson 757. And Miss Timlin runs the Academy Twitter at Kemp's Academy. And she also runs an Instagram page as well, and I believe it's also Kemp's Academy. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you found the information helpful so that you're able to fill out the Google form. And if you have any questions, let us know. And we're so excited that you're going to be joining us next year. And I hope you all are doing well. And I look forward to helping you out over the next 3 years. All right. Thanks so much. Have a great day.